Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're uncovering a coin that looks ordinary, yet its value could change your life. And the kicker? Most people have no idea they even own one. 1999 Jefferson nickel, worth $963,000. Watch till the end to find out if you have it. Let's rewind to the year 1999. A year of Y2K panic, dial-up internet, and yes, the silent birth of a coin that would become one of America's most valuable nickels. Minted in Denver, the 1999 Monticello Jefferson nickel doesn't scream wealth. It's not gold, not even silver, just nickel and copper. But what makes this nickel worth over $963,000? Spoiler alert. It's not because Thomas Jefferson finally became a TikTok influencer. The real story lies in a perfect storm of minting anomalies, rarity, and collector demand. Only a microscopic handful of these coins were struck with an ultra-rare die variety, a combination of precision misalignment and crisp detail that makes experts drool. One such coin was graded by a top-tier authority as MS-68 full steps, and in the collector's world, that's like finding a classic Ferrari with 0 miles. That specific coin shattered expectations when a private collector dropped $963,000 to secure it. Excitement and fear of missing out, and here's the kicker. This coin still pops up in everyday pocket change, estate sales, and yes, old coin jars sitting in your attic right now. They think valuable coins need to be gold-plated, ancient, or stashed in a vault. But the 1999 nickel proves otherwise. It hides in plain sight. Over 1 billion nickels were minted in 1999, but only a few hundred are believed to be in high-grade condition, and fewer than 10 are thought to exist in MS-68 full steps condition. Let that sink in. That's rarer than winning the lottery, but with far better odds if you know what to look for. How to identify the $1 million nickel? Q slow zoom on detailed image of coin, highlighting key features. Mint mark. Look for a crisp D below Monticello. This indicates Denver. Full steps. Examine the base of Monticello. Can you count 5 to 6 full steps, clear and unbroken? Condition. Is the coin uncirculated, shiny, and nearly flawless? Don't just squint at your coin like you lost your glasses. Grab a magnifier. Or better yet, ask your teenager. They've got zoom on everything these days. Collectors and dealers are actively hunting for these coins. And with inflation soaring and hard assets in demand, the window to cash in is shrinking. So now you're wondering, what if I have one of these coins? What next? This is where life can take a turn. Send it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. They verify condition and assign it a grade. A coin shop might give you an offer, but high-end auction houses can unlock the big bucks. Consider platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. These attract elite buyers ready to bid big. Know your coin's market history. That $963,000 coin didn't sell by accident. It had documentation, marketing, and hype behind it. This isn't just about a coin. It's about freedom. It's about retiring early, paying off debt, funding your grandkids' college, or finally taking that cross-country trip in the RV you've been dreaming about. But here's the twist. 1999 wasn't the only year with hidden treasure. There's another nickel that's quietly climbing past 7 figures, and most people have never even heard of it. The secret $1 million nickel from 2005. You're just one coin away from changing everything. The opportunity isn't out there. It's right in your hands. So take a second look. And remember, every great fortune starts with the courage to check. Like this video if you've got old coins lying around. Subscribe for more hidden coin stories that could change your life. And hey, share this with someone who needs a little financial miracle. What if I told you there's a small, unassuming coin hiding in your old change jar that's worth more than a Ferrari? A single nickel, yes, 5 cents, sold for $763,000. And it's not some ancient Roman relic or buried pirate treasure. It's a 1998 mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. The same kind you might have tossed into a vending machine in 99. You might be holding a coin right now that could change your life forever. I know what you're thinking. A nickel? Come on. I've got socks older than that. But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. And maybe, just maybe, you'll discover you've been sitting on a six-figure fortune all along. The hidden fortune in plain sight. Let's go back to 1998. Clinton was president. Google was barely a thing. And the Denver Mint was pressing a batch of Jefferson nickels, millions of them. But in that flood of coins, a few came out differently. Flawed, unique, rare enough to catch the attention of collectors and auction houses decades later. You see, most people think coin collecting is a hobby for retired history teachers or dusty old men in basements. But real collectors, they're investors. They know something most people don't. And here's the twist. These nickels weren't meant to be valuable, so what exactly makes this 1998 D. Jefferson nickel so insanely rare? What makes this nickel worth $763,000? You're probably thinking, does it sparkle? Is it made of alien metal? Nope, it's not glitter. It's details, tiny, overlooked features that make all the difference. Some 1998 D. Jefferson nickels were struck with die errors, misalignments, doubling, or unusual finishes that slipped past quality control. The $763,000 specimen, never used, pristine, near-perfect grade. We're talking MS-67 or better, a grade so rare, it's almost mythical. Monticello reverse design flaw. Some nickels feature an unusual strike distortion on the Monticello building, sometimes called a ghost Monticello or floating steps error. Low population. According to NGC and PCGS records, less than a handful of these coins exist in this condition. When supply is microscopic and demand is high, prices explode. Most people who had these coins spent them, dropped them into toll booths, vending machines, coffee shop tip jars. That's why every day you wait, one more potential fortune disappears. I'll tell you exactly where to look and how to know if you've got the $1 million nickel. Maybe you're thinking, okay, I've got some old nickels, but where do I even start? Look for 1998 Jefferson nickels with the D mint mark, located on the right side of Monticello. Doubling in Jefferson's profile distortion on the steps of Monticello. Unusual spacing, ghosting, or blurs. Coins in mint state, MS-65 or better, are the goldmine. Get yours professionally graded by NGC or PCGS. And no, washing it with soap won't help. In fact, cleaning coins can destroy their value. Don't do it. It's like polishing a Picasso with Windex. Imagine finding one little coin, $763,000, paying off the mortgage, retiring early, buying your dream car, starting that business you always put off. And here's something most collectors won't tell you. Even if your coin isn't worth $1 million, it might still sell for $500. $5,000, even $50,000. So what's stopping you? That jar of change in the closet? The one you've been ignoring for 15 years? It might just hold your ticket to financial freedom. Coins like this are being found and sold right now. The market is hot, but not forever. Don't be the person who looks back and says, I had one of those, but I didn't check. Like this video if you've ever held a nickel. Subscribe if you want to turn pocket change into power moves. Check my jar if you're ready to search. Because hidden wealth isn't buried treasure, it's sitting in your kitchen drawer, waiting for you to wake up and find it. Wealth is often hidden in plain sight. Start looking. Let me know if you'd like this script converted to text-to-speech narration, visual storyboard, or a matching video outline for editors or animators. What if one of them is sitting in your home right now? Stick with me because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what makes this coin so rare, how to spot one, and most importantly, how to sell it for life-changing money. When was the last time a 5-cent coin could buy you a lake house? Let's rewind the clock. It's 1987. Ronald Reagan is in office, Top Gun just left theaters, and millions of coins are rolling off the Denver Mint's presses. Among them, an unassuming batch of Jefferson nickels with a small but critical error. Now, errors in coin production are rare, but the ones that slip through, they're worth a fortune. One such nickel, featuring a misaligned Monticello building, double die reverse, and a faintly off-center strike, made it to auction. The starting bid, just $50. The hammer price, $763,000. Talk about turning pocket change into a power move. Raise your hand if you've ever tossed a nickel in the couch cushions and forgot about it. Congratulations. You may have just vacuumed up a lembo. These nickels are more than collectibles. They're financial escape hatches, and there's a real chance you've seen one before. So what makes these coins so valuable? Let's break it down. Now, here's where things get fascinating and potentially lucrative. The 1987 Jefferson nickel has three major characteristics that make it rare. The building on the back appears blurry, misaligned, or double-struck. This is not wear, it's a minting error. On rare versions, the D is faint, off-center, or even missing a natural mint defect that causes bubbling or strange grooves. Sounds like a coin caught in a midlife crisis. They're obsessed. Why? Because flawed mint coins are accidents of history, and each one tells a story worth hundreds of thousands, to the right buyer. But here's the urgency. These coins are getting snatched up fast by private collectors, hedge fund managers, and even overseas investors. So if you're sitting on one and don't know it, you're losing money by the day. Think about that. What else in your home could be quietly leaking six figures in lost value? Coming up, how to identify, grade, and sell your nickel without getting ripped off. But first, let me tell you about the man who nearly threw his fortune in the trash. Meet James, 59, from Ohio. A retired mechanic who found an old cigar box full of coins while cleaning his late uncle's garage. One coin stood out, a Jefferson nickel with a strange Monticello imprint and a weird texture on the surface. He almost tossed it, but curiosity won. He posted a blurry photo in a coin collector's forum. The result? Within hours, he had two offers, one at $3,000, another at $450,000. Eventually, it sold at private auction $4,690,000. He paid off his house, bought a boat, and now runs a small wildlife rescue with his wife. That's the power of knowing what you have. Check for the D mint mark, bottom right of the coin's obverse. Use a magnifying glass. Look for strike errors and lamination bubbles. Get it graded. PCGS and NGC are the gold standard. Avoid local pawn shops. Use rare coin dealers or certified online auctions. Are you going to let your fortune sit unnoticed in a drawer? Or are you going to go find it? Don't wait. Check your coins. Flip that change jar. Search the glove compartment. Because the next 1987 D Monticello nickel could be right under your nose, and your path to financial freedom may only be 5 cents away. The wealthy don't just work hard. They work smart, and they recognize opportunity when it jingles in their pocket. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever found rare coins in your home. Your story might be next. And remember, we don't chase coins. We chase freedom. And sometimes freedom is minted. Let me know if you'd like a version optimized for a voiceover artist, or paired with B-roll and visual direction for a fully faceless YouTube production. Right now, there could be a tiny piece of metal sitting in your drawer, purse, or old coin jar. That's worth nearly $1 million. Yes, one specific 1985 Monticello nickel, with a hidden secret, just sold for $963,000, and believe it or not, thousands more are still in circulation, just waiting to be found by someone like you. The only question is, will you recognize it before someone else cashes in? And if you're thinking, it's just 5 cents, well, tell that to the guy who walked away with enough to buy a yacht. Let me take you back to Philadelphia, 1985. Ronald Reagan was in office, gas was under $1, and coin collectors weren't exactly on TikTok. But that year, quietly without anyone noticing, a batch of Jefferson nickels rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint, with a subtle, nearly invisible minting error that would go undetected for decades. Now fast forward to today, one of those same nickels just rocked the numismatic world, selling for a jaw-dropping $963,000 at auction. Not because it's gold. Not because it's ancient. But because it's imperfect in a way that makes it 1 in a billion. Kinda like your Uncle Larry, except this flaw actually makes money. And that's not even the best part. Many of these coins are still in circulation. Yes, you might already own one and not even know it. So what makes the 1985 Jefferson nickel so valuable? The P mint mark just above Monticello. That means it was struck in Philadelphia. A strange die clash on Jefferson's cheek and Monticello's dome. A flawless strike, luster, and original condition. Most importantly, a full steps designation on Monticello stairs. That's right, every step clearly visible under magnification. Only a handful of 1985 P nickels with full steps exist in pristine condition. And those few have become millionaire makers. But here's the twist. Not all full steps nickels are worth that much. So how do you know if yours is the jackpot? Stick with me, because in just a moment, I'll show you the exact grading and valuation process the professionals use and how to get top dollar without getting scammed. But first, here's the reality. Most people never check their change. They toss nickels aside, thinking they're worthless, and in doing so, they throw away small fortunes. That 1985 P nickel? It didn't look special at all. It wasn't covered in gold. It didn't glow in the dark. But it changed someone's life. You're sitting on your porch next summer, debt-free, sipping lemonade as your bank account ticks over into 6 or 7 figures, because you took 10 minutes to check your coins. Meanwhile, your neighbor is still bragging about his $300 lawn mower. Now, if you're ready to turn your pocket change into potential fortune, here's what to do right now. Grab a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass. Look for the 1985 P nickel, Monticello on the back and Jefferson on the front. Inspect for full steps and any die clashes or errors. Visit a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify the value. And trust me, that little plastic case can add tens of thousands in auction value. Once certified, consider auctioning through Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or eBay if you're experienced. Don't wait. Rare coins only go up in value, and demand is exploding in 2025. And if you think that was exciting, wait until you hear about the 2004 nickel with the Louisiana Purchase reverse. One of those just sold for over $1.20 million. But that's a story for another video. You don't need to be a collector. You don't need to be an expert. You just need curiosity and action. The next $1 million nickel could be in your house right now. Subscribe if you want more rare coin breakdowns and real-world value hacks. Like this video if you're going straight to your coin jar. Drop a comment, "I'm checking my nickels," and I'll personally reply with tips on what to look for. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable nickels ever minted. The 1987 P mint mark Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel. A coin whose value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $934,000 in today's market. Stick with me because what you're about to learn could change the way you look at the coins in your pocket and maybe even your life. But first, before we jump into the story of this remarkable nickel, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered if your old coins are hiding a fortune? Or worse, are you sitting on a treasure without even realizing it? Asterisk, no, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is real history, real value, and real opportunity, but it's also real urgency. Because while you're watching this, millions of dollars are slipping through the fingers of those who wait too long. The story and conflict, let's rewind to 1987, a year etched in the hearts of coin collectors. The United States Mint released the Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel, a coin celebrating one of our nation's founding fathers. But unlike other nickels, this coin had something rare hidden within it, the coveted P mint mark, a symbol from the Philadelphia Mint, typically a hallmark of common circulation coins. Yet, this particular nickel had a twist. A tiny minting error combined with its limited production made it incredibly scarce. Collectors around the world scrambled to get their hands on one, but only a handful existed in pristine condition. You're at a garage sale or cleaning out a family heirloom box when suddenly, you spot that nickel. It looks ordinary, but inside, it holds a secret worth nearly $1 million. Now, here's where the fear sets in. Many people have sold this coin for just a few dollars, unaware of its true worth. Others have hidden it away, never realizing it's a gateway to financial freedom. Asterisk. It's like finding out your old car keys open a Lamborghini instead of a Honda Civic. Except this car actually exists. But what makes this coin so valuable? It's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and minting anomalies, factors that drive collectors to pay prices most people would never imagine. And this isn't just about the coin itself. It's about your future. The opportunity to turn forgotten currency into a lifestyle most only dream about. Asterisk resolution and call to action now. Here's the cliffhanger. Why is this coin now worth $934,000? What happened in the last few years to cause such a dramatic surge? The answer lies in market dynamics, growing demand from international collectors, a shrinking supply of pristine specimens, and the relentless pursuit of historical artifacts with genuine provenance. This market is evolving fast. Every day, more people discover these rare coins, and more fortunes change hands. So, if you've ever held a nickel with a P mint mark, especially one with the Monticello design from 1987, don't let it sit quietly in your drawer. You might be holding the key to your financial breakthrough. But timing is everything. Waiting too long could mean losing out to someone else who recognizes the value before you do. Would you rather have $934,000 or just another penny for your thoughts? This is your moment to act, to take control, to unlock the hidden wealth in your coin collection. If you want to discover whether your nickel is part of this rare group, or if you want to learn how to safely sell and maximize your profit, stay tuned. We'll guide you through every step, making sure you don't miss your chance to live the wealthy lifestyle you deserve. Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary often comes down to recognizing the value in what others overlook. Asterisk, if you enjoyed this dive into the world of rare nickels, don't forget to subscribe for more insider insights. Your fortune might be closer than you. What if I told you a single nickel sitting in your drawer could be worth more than a luxury SUV, or even a beachfront condo? You might think it's just pocket change, but one rare coin, the 1981 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, has shocked the numismatic world, selling for a staggering $763,000. And that's just the beginning. Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might just uncover a fortune hiding in plain sight. Let's rewind to 1981. Ronald Reagan had just taken office, gas was $1.25, and America was bracing for change. And amid it all, the Philadelphia Mint quietly released a coin that would later become one of the most valuable nickels in American history. The 1981 Jefferson nickel with a P Mint mark looks ordinary, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, Monticello on the reverse. But there's nothing ordinary about the value it can hold under the right conditions. So why would collectors pay nearly $750,000 for 5 cents? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and a twist of fate. Here's the truth. Not all 1981 P nickels are valuable. In fact, most are only worth face value. But a handful, fewer than a dozen known, were struck with extreme precision and survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, what collectors call full steps on Monticello. If Monticello stairs are sharper than your uncle's mullet in 1981, congratulations, you might have struck gold or nickel. These full-step nickels are incredibly rare, especially in high mint state grades like MS66 and above. In fact, the $763,000 nickel, it was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. What you might be missing. Now here's the scary part. People throw these nickels away every day. They spend them on coffee, tip them at diners, completely unaware they're tossing out a potential windfall. One viewer messaged us last year, found a rare nickel in their late father's coin jar, sold it for $112,000. Imagine if they'd never looked. But there's a bigger secret, and it's not just about one coin. It's about what these coins say about our future. Let's play a game. You just found a 1981 P nickel worth $763,000. What's the first thing you buy? Comment below, and while you think about it, let's look at how to identify the real moneymakers. 1981 date P mint mark above Monticello sharp. Unbroken full steps on the back, no scratches, wear or contact marks, ideally in a high mint state condition. But what if I told you even more valuable nickels might be hiding right next to this one? So you've got what looks like a rare 1981 P nickel. Here's your next move, and timing is crucial. Don't clean it. This can destroy value. Store it in a coin flip or plastic holder. Take clear photos and send them to a certified grading service, like PCGS or NGC. Get it appraised and authenticated. This isn't just a coin. It could be your escape plan, your chance to pay off the mortgage, retire early, or leave a legacy. Why this moment matters: we're in a golden age of collectibles. Prices are soaring, demand is booming, and every year, coins just like this are getting harder to find. That makes your timing right now more important than ever. Remember when Beanie Babies were hot and you missed out? Yeah, don't do that again. The next millionaire nickel hasn't been discovered yet. Could be in a junk drawer, a glove box, your grandfather's desk. The only question is, will you be the one who finds it or the one who regrets never looking? Subscribe for more rare coin secrets. Share this video with someone who has old change lying around, and check your nickels tonight. What if I told you a dusty old nickel sitting in your junk drawer right now could be worth over $763,000? Yes, you heard that right. One little coin, minted in 1973. No mint mark, just Thomas Jefferson's calm little face. Might just be your golden ticket to a new life. This isn't a fantasy. It's real, and it's happening to people just like you. Still think coins are boring? Well, your bank account might disagree. Let's dive in. And hey, don't blink. You might miss the one detail that makes all the difference. In 1973, America was changing. Gas prices soared. Nixon was in office, and coin collectors? They were sleeping on a silent treasure. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was business as usual, except for a few mysterious ones that broke the rules. Most coins from 1973 were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints, but a tiny batch was released without any mint mark at all. And this is where the story gets juicy. Let me ask you something. When's the last time you checked the nickels in your change jar? One unmarked 1973 Jefferson nickel was recently valued at over $763,000. Yes, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why? It's not just age. It's not just rarity. It's what happened during minting, a once-in-a-lifetime mistake. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, how do you know you might have one? Let's talk value, verification, and visibility, the 3 V's of turning a rare coin into a windfall. What makes the 1973 no-mint nickel worth so much? This coin is what experts call an error coin, struck under abnormal conditions that created a minting anomaly. That lack of a mint mark? It wasn't on purpose. An ultra-rare collectible that shouldn't even exist. Combine that with excellent condition, think MS65 or higher, and boom, you've got a coin worth more than your mortgage. Still tossing change into the couch cushions like it's trash? Might want to start using gloves. How to spot the real deal? Flip that nickel over. Look just to the right of Monticello. If there's no mint mark, you might have struck gold. But slow down, counterfeits are everywhere, and condition is king. You'll want to get it graded professionally by PCGS or NGC. Grading determines whether your nickel is worth $5 or $500,000. And here's the kicker. Only a handful of these coins have been discovered so far. Experts believe many more are still out there, hiding in plain sight. Why now is the perfect time to sell? Coin values are surging. The collectibles market is on fire, and this specific Jefferson nickel just exploded in auction. The latest verified 1973 no-mint nickel? It fetched $763,750 in early 2025 at a private collector's event. The window of opportunity is open, but it won't stay that way forever. And you might be wondering, how exactly do you sell one of these without getting ripped off? We're about to break that down. Stay with me. You walk into a coin shop, skeptical but curious. You show them your old nickel, no mint mark, barely thinking twice. Then the appraiser pauses. He leans in. His eyes widened. He says, "Do you know what you have here? This happened before, and it can happen again. Maybe to you. So how do you take action? What to do if you think you have one? Pull out your 1973 nickels, every single one. Check for NO mint mark, the cleaner. The better. Use PCGS or NGC only. Avoid pawn shops. Look for auction houses or elite collectors. Stay updated, follow market trends weekly. And please, don't try to clean it with toothpaste. This isn't YouTube life hacks. That $700,000 nickel can turn into a $7 disaster real quick. The wealthiest people don't always work harder. They recognize hidden value and take action. Right now, there are nickels worth more than gold bars sitting in drawers, piggy banks, old purses across America. What's hiding in your pocket? Because one little 5-cent coin could rewrite your financial future. And if you think this is the end of the story, wait until you hear about the 1942 Silver War, nickel that collectors are fighting over. Some say it's the most undervalued coin in U.S. history. Subscribe now, hit that bell icon, and we'll uncover the next fortune together. Coin Life if you're checking your change jar tonight. Script END let me know if you'd like this turned into teleprompter-ready format, with screen direction notes, or paired with footage and voiceover timing suggestions for your editor. What if I told you that nestled quietly in your coin jar, your old collection, or maybe even forgotten in a drawer, lies a piece of history so rare? It's worth hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. No, this isn't some wild fantasy or late-night infomercial nonsense. This is real. This is the 1974 no-mint mark Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel. A coin so elusive that its current market value has soared beyond $734,000. Now, before you start wondering if this is just another get-rich-quick story, let me ask you, have you ever held a coin and felt like it might be more than just metal? More than just a token? If you're watching this, it's because you're ready to uncover the secret of one of America's rarest coins, and why this nickel could change your life forever. This nickel looks ordinary, like any other Jefferson nickel in your pocket. But here's the twist. It's missing something crucial, the mint mark. And that tiny absence? It creates a multi-million-dollar mystery that's thrilling collectors and investors alike. But before we dive deeper, here's a quick question for you. Ever wonder how many fortunes have been lost just because people didn't recognize the value right in front of them? Spoiler alert, too many. And no, your couch cushions probably don't hold the next $700,000 coin. But you never know until you check, right? Now let's talk history and rarity. The 1974 Jefferson nickel was minted in huge numbers, but the no-mint mark variety? Almost unheard of. Mint marks usually indicate where the coin was produced. Philadelphia, no mark. Denver, D. Or San Francisco, S. In 1974, Philadelphia-issued nickels typically had no mint mark, but this particular no mint mark variety from the Monticello series carries a very rare anomaly, a specific error or unique detail that separates it from millions of its peers. What does that mean for you? It means you could be sitting on a coin worth millions rather than the usual 5 cents. But how did this happen? A minting error, a production oversight, or a limited release? Experts aren't entirely sure. And that uncertainty fuels the value. Collectors crave rarity, and rarity fuels demand. The market has spoken loud and clear. Recent auctions and private sales have valued this coin upwards of $734,000. That's right, nearly $750,000 for a coin most people overlook. Quick check, are you sitting down? Because this next fact might knock your socks off. Not every 1974 no-mint mark nickel is worth a fortune. Condition, provenance, and certification are everything. A pristine, graded coin in top condition, known as gem mint, can fetch prices that seem straight out of a treasure hunter's dream. If your coin is in average condition, it might still be worth hundreds or thousands. But if it's pristine, this coin becomes a golden ticket. And here's where the urgency comes in: resolution and call to action. Your next step to wealth. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, but it's also fleeting. Prices are climbing, but they can change overnight. If you've got a 1974 no-mint mark Monticello nickel or suspect you do, now is the time to act. Fear of missing out? You should be. This isn't just about money. It's about seizing a rare opportunity to secure financial freedom and a wealthy lifestyle. Imagine the possibilities. Paying off debts, investing in your dreams, or living life on your own terms. All because you recognize the hidden value in a small, overlooked coin. But don't just take my word for it. Get your coin appraised by a professional. Seek certification from reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. And most importantly, don't wait until the market shifts again. The longer you wait, the more opportunity you might lose. And hey, if your coin turns out to be just a regular nickel, at least you've got 5 cents. But what if it's not? What if it's the key to your fortune? The 1974 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, of history, and of wealth waiting to be claimed. Are you ready to unlock yours? In our next video, we'll reveal how to spot other rare minting errors that can turn ordinary coins into million-dollar treasures. Make sure you subscribe, because missing that could cost you more than you think.